Alright guys, Paul here with another gear review. I got two lights right here. I've got the Klarus XT30 and I've got the Klarus XT11. Now you guys have heard of tabletop reviews. This is going to be a cruiser top review, okay? Out here working security for a car dealership. These lights right here, I'm just going to start off by saying that they are fantastic lights. I am super happy with both of these purchases that I've made. You can get them both at goinggear.com along with a lot of other places, but I recommend going there. They got free shipping, great prices, great service. Also, let me tell you something about Going Gear. I recently had a coworker who needed a lot of help. His wife became sick with Lyme disease, and he really needed some help. So we had a gear sale. I called up Going Gear, talked to the manager, Casey, and within, I don't know, an hour or so, he had talked to Marshall, and they agreed, made a good donation, and we were able to help out my coworker. So you're not going to get any better place than Going Gear to buy stuff. If you live in the Georgia area, stop by their store in Smyrna. You can just look it up on Google and get there just fine. But anyway, let me tell you about these two lights. They have pretty much the same interface on them, okay? It's going to be a 2-button interface. You're going to have the main button that's going to turn the light on, alright, and it's always going to go straight to full brightness. The smaller Klarus XT11, I think this one had something like 600 lumens. I'll annotate exactly the lumens and runtime and stuff. I'm not really going to go into that on this video. This is more of a video on how these work for specifically law enforcement, okay? I carry this one on my belt every day, and it's just fantastic. I need an interface that I hit the button once, it turns on at full brightness. You can do a momentary if you want. You hit the second button and you can dim it after you turn it on, okay? So it's got 3 modes, which sometimes this is good if you're trying to, you know, check pupils or something like that, but you just don't want that full brightness. That's a good feature, but pretty much everywhere I work has ambient light, so I don't need the dimmer modes. I just need this thing full brightness. And if, you know, somebody gets their eyes hurt, you know, I really don't care. My safety is a lot more important, you know, than theirs. I need to see what's going on, and really it's for their safety too, because if you're trying to identify, hey, does this guy have a cell phone in his hand, a flashlight, a gun, what? You want that full brightness. That can make the difference between thinking they've got a gun and thinking they have a cell phone, you know, something like that. Alright, so back to the XT11. It's got the bezel on the front with kind of raised little ridges, which it's good. It doesn't really, I mean, a lot of people, you know, say, oh, you can use it defensively, things like that, and I'm not going to say I haven't used my flashlight as a defensive weapon before, but usually it's I don't think it'd make much of a difference what the ring of it looks like, you know. But anyway, the runtime on these is phenomenal. I have not had one go dead yet. Basically, I use them for about a week, and then when I get home for the weekend, I put the batteries in the charger. It takes one 18650. I got here a Tenergy lithium ion battery. I think this one is 2600 milliamps. I bought the battery for $10. You can get a charger that charges 2 batteries for another $10. I got a total of 4 batteries. And the cool thing is that everything that I buy, I kind of have a system for. All the lights are going to be the same. This one takes, all the batteries for my particular system of lights is going to be similar. So, for instance, I have this with one single 18650. I'll just set that down and we'll move on to the XT30. This also takes 2 18650s. Oh, speaking of the holster on the XT30, it's on my belt. I don't want to take it off right now, but it's good. It's basically nylon with Velcro. It's easy to get in, easy to get out. It's secure. It protects it. It comes free with the light. That's the main thing, but it's great. This holster right here, the holster is fine. It does a great job. I've found that you cannot put the XT30 in those Maglite rings that I had when I got this, because it falls out. For some reason it tips over and slides out. I'm not really sure what the deal is with that, but at any rate, you have to use this holster, or if you guys have a better idea, let me know. Right now I've just been putting it in my pocket. Oh, these did come with tactical rings on the back, which this light is just way too big to have that tactical ring on there. It's just too much leverage. The head weighs too much, and it's going to be just awkward if you're shooting with this flashlight. There's just no good way to do it. I'm not going to pull out my weapon here to show you, but just take my word for it. It's just, you're gonna have to just hold this up above, next to your head, and just put the gun out with one hand if you're using this light. Now this the XT11, it does have the ring. I took it off just for ease of getting it in and out of the holster, and I just don't have a problem holding it with or without that ring, so I just left it off. Yeah, if you set it on your car hood, I mean, it's gonna roll off, but you shouldn't be setting your lights on top of cars. That's any veteran knows better than to set anything on top of their car, because it will be in the middle of the road at some point or time if you get in the habit of putting things on top of the car. I know several coworkers that have had to replace laptops. Anyway, XT30, same interface on the back as the XT11, and this thing is just killer brightness. I mean, we're real bright right now, but I mean, just look at that beam. Here, just to give you a point of reference, this is the spotlight from my police car. That's the spotlight. That's the XT30. Spotlight, XT30. Alright? So that should give you a good idea of what you're dealing with here, okay? I'm real happy with this thing. The two 18650s again. Basically, when I get home from a week, get ready to start my weekend, I put all the batteries on the charger. I've never actually run these all the way out, okay? I mean, they last a long time. Anything I show you on the interface is going to be the same. You can click this one down 2 levels. I think it's like 800 and some lumens to 300 to like 30 or something like that. But even the lowest setting is definitely a usable light. The size and weight is great with this thing. I really feel like if this is out and I had to use it as a weapon, I could. Again, it's got the bezel on the end of it that's supposed to help with that, but I really don't think that that's a necessary thing. But I'm really happy with it. The reflector on the inside is smooth. I mean, it just has amazing throw to it. Let's see, I'm running out of time here. Let's see, what else? The holster, yeah, like I was saying, that would work great. The only thing is, part of my shift is in the daytime, and so I leave the light out of the holster until nighttime. And this just looks bad, empty. I know that's nothing to do with Klarus, but I'd rather have some kind of ring or something like that. I'm still working on that, so I'll figure it out. But for now, just putting it in my pocket is about all I need to do. So stay tuned for the next video, and I'll show how I integrate these lights into a weapon system. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you around.